The XC60 is Volvo's bestseller. Let's find out what combination of design, power, and tech seems to be working for them as we drive a 2015 and a half XC60 T6 all-wheel drive and check the tech.
Now, even before I get in the XC60, I'm starting to like it because I think it has a distinctive look. Those taillights in the back are kind of like no other on the market. And of course, the Volvo face has been consistent for a while with that big badge and bar that no one else has anything quite like. And in general, I think you approach this vehicle and you see a kind of an austere, restrained sense of quality to it. I'll give them big kudos on design for those reasons.
Our XC60 T6 all-wheel drive starts off about $43,000. The Platinum package is key for an LCD instrument panel, panoramic roof, keyless, rear camera. You've also got your driver assist tech like adaptive cruise, forward collision with braking, pedestrian and bike detection, lane departure, even road sign reading to display the proper speed limit. Oddly, the blind spot package is a la carte, $900 more for blind spot, cross traffic alert, and a deeper blind spot tech they call lane merge aid.
Now, not unlike that Volvo backhoe working behind me, this XC60 communicates kind of a real burly, solid substantialness to it. That's the Volvo DNA in the cabin, if you haven't been in one lately. They don't go too overboard on buttons. This center console here may be the only exception. And lots of things are big and chunky and actually easy to use with gloves on, and almost like a truck. Now, we have the full suite of technologies in this one, which includes the Census Connect app system, and also, as you can see here, just about the full suite of their driver assist technology. Check out our Volvo V60 video we did very recently. It really goes in depth on all these, as well as the nice interfaces involved in that LCD instrument panel.
Now, Census apps connect via either nearby Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth tethered phone, or the car's built-in 3G modem. That's free for 6 months, and after that, they'll let you know. The price is still being figured out.
What does differ, of course, in the XC60 versus the V60 that I talked about is the internal body space is a little more roomy because it is an SUV, and they've done a good job of keeping these pillars and these body sides from arcing in too much for style and impinging the airspace around your shoulder and head, so it feels as roomy as it looks from the outside. And of course, Volvo loves racks and mounts and such. They love your kayaks and your bikes and whatever goes back there in that weird sort of debtor's prison in the cargo bay. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I guess you could put almost anything in there that you're afraid is going to get out and bite you. Now, under the hood of our XC60, very similar powertrain to the one we saw in the V60, and that's good news because I like that one a lot, this one too. T6, that means we have a 3-liter inline-6 that is turbocharged and, of course, intercooled in the common fashion today. Interestingly, this engine does not have direct injection technology to get the fuel into the cylinders, which has been the darling of the auto industry for 2 or 3 model years now. In terms of power, it gets by just fine without it. 300 horsepower, 325 pound-feet of torque. All of that going out through a one-choice only 6-speed automatic, also kind of quaint by today's standards. And of course, on our vehicle, all-wheel drive. The lesser-engined XC60s get an 8-speed automatic. The big engines get fewer cogs. 0 to 60 is 6.9 seconds, which is pretty good for a 4,300-pound SUV. That's on the heavy side as vehicles go. MPG is not great, 1724, and my hunch is dipping into this lovely power and moving a brick this big through the air, you're going to be closer to 18 or so, 19 day in and day out.
On the road, the power comes on rather mutedly in drive, but then the car just transforms when you put it in sport mode, even without any further shift intrusion on your part. Ride quality is very good. It's firm enough to take advantage of the engine's power, but there are certainly sportier vehicles in its class. And our test car had some very old-school wind noise and whistling, apparently around the door or window seals. Maybe it was the roof rack. It might just be this unit, but make sure you listen for it when you go on your highway test drive. In sum, the XC60 comes across more urban, modern, and competent than truly sporty. Its build, style, and engine all add up to a strong, powerful feeling, if not the most tossable. There is an R-Design variant, however, with more power and tighter underpinnings if you want something a little more high-strung.